Look, he took a 17-year-old kid from Glenn Academy in Kwame Brown. And Kwame is a 6'11". He was, and everybody said, well, you took this guy. But, I mean, by most draft boards, Kwame was the best player coming out that year.
A phenom.
Yes.
Kwame was...
Was 6'11", could run up and down the court. I mean, he had it all.
First step, can drive, can pass. Like I said, run on the floor. He's athletic, can do everything. Can do everything. But, when you put a young kid in that situation, I was old. I was 4 or 5 years older than Kwame.
Right.
You put me in that situation, I was already scared to play with Michael Jordan.
Yeah, exactly,
So
yes.
if you put a 17, 18-year-old kid with Michael Jordan, and then you're the number one pick, so the expectations
are through the roof.
Yeah, and so that's hard. That's hard for anybody. I've seen guys that are, great players and guys that, 10,
all-stars and all the NBA.
Play with LeBron and, get to Cleveland, couldn't make a shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, scared to death. So you can imagine, like, an 18-year-old Kwame. And Kwame was talented. He was skilled. And he had great years. He played, 12 years, 13 years?
Yes.
And he was a really good player, And so people look at, what he should have done from the expectations of being number one pick, playing with Jordan. But Jordan put a lot of.
If let's just say for the sake of argument, he's still the number one pick and he goes somewhere else. Does his career turn out different, you think?
I think so. Because now he's being featured. The mistakes he's made, the mistakes he made are not being magnified now.
Right.
You're not on TV because Jordan is there.
Right.
So you're probably going to a worse team. Jordan, when he came to Wizards, we was bad, but we had a TV time.
Right. You still had Jordan, and then with Jordan, there's expectation.
Exactly. And so if he went to another team, he'd have been, it'd have been a lot different. He would have been able to make those mistakes as an 18-year-old kid, and he'd been able to grow and learn, instead of
at his pace. Because everything, when you play with a historically transcendent great player, everything gets sped up. Ain't no learning.
None.
You got go. I ain't never driven before.
Right.
Drive.
Right. Yeah. And that's how it was, And so but Kwame, that was the right pick. He was a bad dude.